And I'm going to start with Google Drive. And in Google Drive, I'm going to ask you to make your own folder. So if you go to the New button, click on Folder, you can type in the name of your folder where you're going to keep all your SketchUp drawings. And hit create. That's going to give you a folder. I have a couple of them now, but there's one. So the next thing you're going to want to do is open up SketchUp. So you can go up to this button up here where it says Google Apps and click on it. And scroll down till you see SketchUp. And it may ask you to join with Google, so just join with your Google account. And I'm going to say no to this, but you can, if it asks you if you want to begin modeling, yes, you can begin modeling. And this is not like speedo modeling, this is 3D modeling on the computer. One thing that you may notice is that you can choose to save to Google Drive, and it'll go right to Google. So what you need to do is you can do create, and then retitle your first drawing, and your first drawing is going to be called DR1 for drawing 1, and then you can put your name on it, so I will recognize it when you share it with me. There you go. Alright, and now you have to pick the folder that you want to put it in, so you pick your SketchUp folder and select it. And there you go. Now we're going to name the file, so you go to the untitled. Oh, I already did that. I don't know why it doesn't say that. So this right here is a person for scale. That's Temple Grandin. You can look Temple Grandin up on YouTube if you want. And I'm going to click on Temple and delete Temple because I don't want Temple on screen. That's just so you know what size you're doing. So there's a couple of things here that you need to know. This is your orbit tool. And your orbit tool will let you look around. I don't know if I can get rid of this right now. Maybe I can move this. No. You can also switch from orbit to pan and other things. I don't know if you can see those there, but take a look at that. Pan moves it, and zoom obviously zooms it in. So the first thing we're going to do is make a rectangle, and this is your rectangle tool. So this is a rectangle. This will flip the rectangle in a different direction. This is a circle tool, polygon, and a 3D text. So go back to the rectangle tool, and it's important that you do this in the right sequence. So I'm just going to drag out a rectangle here, and I'm going to type in 8 apostrophe, which is next to the return key, comma 12 apostrophe. So this is a rectangle, 8 foot by 12 foot. The apostrophe symbol stands for feet, and quotation symbol stands for inches. And now I'll hit enter. And that is the bottom of my shed. So the next tool we're going to look at is the push-pull tool. I call it the pizza box because it looks like a pizza box with an arrow on it. And we are going to select the top one. And later we'll use the offset, which is the bottom one there. So if we select that and go over onto the surface and click and pull it up a little bit. Now we want our shed to be 7 foot tall, so we're going to type in the number 7 and apostrophe for feet and hit enter. And there you go. That's the size of our shed. Pretty neat, right? Let's look around at that. I'll get the orbit tool just to show you what it looks like. You do want to have a view that shows the top of your cube shape, because the next thing we're going to do is hollow this out and make walls. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to go into the push-pull category and choose offset. See this offset? So offset is going to make a line offset a certain distance from another line. So when I click on that and I go onto the surface, you should see that the surface gets polka dotty. I can click on it and type in 5 quotation mark, which equals 5 inches, and hit enter. And now you can see I have the thickness of the wall here, and this would be the part I'm going to hollow out. So the way that I'm going to hollow it out is I'm going to use my push-pull tool, the pizza box with the arrow, and I'm going to click on the center of this where I want it to be hollow, and I'm going to pull it down, and I want to take this arrow and line it up with that. See how that turns green right there? When I meet that green point, it is going to align this up with the bottom of the box. So I won't have a hole in space anywhere, and I won't have anything left at the bottom. So when I click that and go back to my orbit tool, now you're going to see that it's a hollow box with 5-inch walls, 8 foot this way and 12 foot that way. So that's all good. Now the last thing I want to do today is a door and a window, and we're not going to be too technical with this. I just want to get the whole idea of working with solids here in your brain. So I'm going to click on the rectangle tool again, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drag this out, and I want my door to be 30 inches, comma, 6 feet, and I'm going to hit enter, and now I have a door. So I'm going to push that door in to get rid of it, and I'm going to push it in to this wall. So you see when I get the red arrow on the wall, you get that grab of the edge. That will make it go into the right distance. So there you go. There's a doorway, 30 inches wide and 6 foot tall. Now I just want to do a window, and I want to show you one more thing, and then we'll be done with this. So when you do a rectangle on here, it automatically does something called the golden mean, which is a balanced rectangle. It's kind of a geometric aesthetic thing. I didn't quite get it there, so I'm going to undo it. I'm using it's easier to do this program with a mouse. See that line? So that is a symmetrical rectangle that looks nice. And I don't care what your dimensions are, as long as you hit that green line to show me that you know what that means. And there you go. So you might guess what we're going to do now. The push-pull, push it in a little bit, put the red dot on the edge of this. I'm going to have to, I don't know if I can grab that. Let me see if I can grab this corner of it. I got to turn it a little bit so I can get onto that edge. Alright, I think I screwed up. That's a little fussy because if you don't grab the right thing, it doesn't work. But if we look at that, see, that's not in all the way. Let me try the push-pull one more time. And I'm gonna, yeah, this is getting screwed up. So I'm just gonna go like that, and I'm not gonna worry about it. See if you can get that to work. There's my dog. All right, I'm gonna end this video.